Hey, Johnny, Joel. This is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out, spoke with Joel on Friday, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and quick. Just want to show you 3 tips that you guys can do to potentially improve upon your website and really build up that traffic online. So, with that, let me get started. The first thing I noticed real quick is that your site's not secure. That's just an SSL certificate issue. You want your site pretty secure for anybody who searches your site. You don't want their information to be potentially violated or stolen or anything like that. It also hurts you on ranking when your site's not secure. Google doesn't like that. So getting that SSL certificate is pretty important. So not really one of my tips, but definitely something that should get done. But looking through your site, your site's pretty well put together. It looks good, but the one thing that shoots out is that there's not a ton of content here. And content is really anything that I can highlight. And in this instance, I'm talking about text. Text is pretty important for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you can be found for specific keywords, right? And you are being found for 15 of them. And looking at what you're being found for, Johnny's Asphalt, street rock repair, restoration. But as you can see here, you're really not getting that much traffic because of your positioning. Second page here and then sixth page and really beyond on the rest of them. So, you are ranking for like roofing, Katy, Texas, and roof repair, but you're not going to get any hits on the eighth or ninth page. It's just, I mean, you know how it is. People look on the first, maybe the second page, and that's all they get. So, um, when I'm wanting to rank for, let's say, roof repair Katy, I did search in Katy, roof repair Katy, and Katy roofing have the, most volume of the keywords. You have Katy roofing company, which is probably a better, more buyer specific keyword. Roof repair, somebody could be doing it themselves, but roofing companies pretty good. You want those kind of keywords, but say we wanted to rank for Katy roofing, right? You might want to put that as a heading. Definitely have it within your content. Save an image as that keyword, and what happens is the more keywords that you have within your content that are verbatim as they're typed in, the more likely you are to rank for that keyword. And it's really important to have as many keywords as you can. So the more content you have, the more keywords that you could be found for, and the more keywords you have on your site, you're gonna get more. If you start ranking for those, you're gonna get more and more phone calls. And then what's great about having more content also, and the second reason why it's important is because it is a ranking factor. So if you look at sites like Wikipedia and Yelp, one of the reasons why they have they get so much traffic and they rank so well is because they just have a ton of content. It's about quality and quantity in term for Google's algorithm. So content super important, and not only here on the homepage, but also throughout. You have service pages. Depending on if you service outside of Katy, so maybe you do League City, Houston, Pearland, Tomball, wherever it is, you guys service. You might want to have location pages for all those areas as well. But that's my first tip, is just to add content. My second tip would just be to really work on and build up this Google business profile. So these are really effective in pulling in traffic. And looking here, the only one that's really showing up here is the Katy roofing and remodeling. So your GMB isn't really showing up just yet. But these Google business profiles can really pull up to about 40% of the traffic. And maybe if we go roof repair Katy, it'll give us more options, and I can show you. Okay, so here's they have Onet and Remedy and LNB, and they're pulling 40% of this traffic. So this keyword has 100 searches a month. 40 of them right off the bat are going to these top three. And that's a lot of traffic that you could potentially pull in because, say half of them call, that's 20, and say, you close 40% of the 20 that call you, um, you're looking at what, 8 potential clients, and split amongst the three. Most of them are going to the top. So even if it works out to 2 or 3 clients, that's quite a bit of clients that you potentially have just by getting this GMB off the ground. And how you really do this: add reviews. The more 5-star reviews, the better. There are review services, but the best way is just to get it organically. And you can do like a CRM, email clients after you're done with a job and ask them for a review. The best way I found is that if get a QR code and give them to your installers when you show up to a job. They can, or when you finish with a job, they can your installers can ask for a review, and it's really hard to say no to somebody when they're standing right there. They can use their phone, and with a matter of a minute, it's done. So reviews are important. All this information needs to be consistent throughout the web. So say for instance you have a uh, Google business, or not a Google, a Yelp page along with your website, right? If your hours say 9 to 6 instead, or they vary in any shape or form, Google's going to ding you for that. They want to see that everybody's going to get the same information on whatever platform they're looking. So that's really important. And then saving keywords, or saving photos as keywords, and geotagging them. So again, if I want to rank for roof repair Katy, I would save a photo, at least one, as roof repair Katy, and then I would geotag it as maybe this location, and Google will feel that you did that roof at that location. So really important to geotag your photos and save them as keywords. So that would be my second tip. My last tip would just be to really build up the strength of your site. So your site looks like relatively new site. You only have one site, one link that's giving you power, and how you really get power is by referring domains, by these websites that are sending links back to your site. And that will improve this numerical value. And typically what you want for roofing companies is 20s, 30s, 40s, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio. It doesn't always work like that, but that's what you're kind of trying for. And just to show you what that looks like, this is Rose Roofing, and they have a 26 here, not quite as strong here, and a 10. They don't have that 1-to-1 ratio, but it is still pretty strong. And they are ranking in the top 100 and 1,200 keywords. I guarantee you they have a ton of content on their site, and they're getting 2,000 searches a month. And as you can see, you had one do follow link. They have 142 that are sending them power. So a lot you can do here. There's a lot of things that go into this, but those three things I think will really help you. If you need more information, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to my Google Calendar. If you want to, you can schedule a time to talk to myself or my business partner Jackie, who's there in Tomball. Either of us will reach out and talk to you at whatever time works for you. So I hope this has been helpful and informative. Again, have a great day, and God bless.